be tapping in, man. Welcome back to another vid. Comedians completely eviscerate LeBron James. Damn. The comedians coming at LeBron neck? Golly. Everybody coming at LeBron neck for some reason. I don't know why, but listen, man. When the comedians get on your head, man, you gotta watch out because them niggas be having jokes for days. I'm curious to see what these comedians got to say about LeBron James. I don't think any of this really matters, but I am curious to see what these comedians got to say. Obviously, they fans of the game and stuff like that, but you know they gonna put their own little funny twist to it, man. So before we get into it, like the video. Every time y'all see me, y'all see this face right here. Like the video, man. The more y'all like the video, the more videos I'm gonna post for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Comment down below any videos y'all want me to check out next. And last but not least, subscribe to the channel if you new. Hope y'all niggas having a good day. Let's hop straight into the video.
You ain't fucking with no Michael Jordan. LeBron James, on the other hand, running around talking about he's the GOAT, knowing you ain't fucking with no Michael Jordan. How about doing like everybody else and pay homage to the GOAT? See, you come off less arrogant and an asshole if you would just say Michael Jordan is a monster, because he was a monster. That was Black Jesus. Yeah, you don't want that tongue coming out towards you, do you? You couldn't even handle Kobe. I remember Kobe locked your ass up in the All-Star game.
Why he coming at LeBron neck like that, though? He do got a point. LeBron, he do come off as arrogant. Especially that comment when he said, us coming back 3-1? Yeah, that right there made me the GOAT. Like, bro, that's the only thing, bro, that I didn't like about LeBron, bro. You don't have to call yourself the GOAT, bro. Let your peers, let the fans, let the media do that. You know what I'm saying, bro? You don't have to say you the GOAT, bro. And that's one thing I like about Jordan and Kobe. They never said they was the GOAT, ever. Their peers, the media, the fans, and the work that they put in spoke for itself. You know what I'm saying, bro? You don't have to say you the GOAT, bro. Now the fact that you saying that you the GOAT, this, and that, now people finna expose you on the things that you don't do and the things that you're not good at. So LeBron really put this whole negative narrative on himself, bro. Like, just let the work speak for itself, bro.
Learn some humility, you big head, egotistical mother.
Yeah, listen, man, I want to comment on a moment that went viral, I guess, between Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James at the Laker game, which Stephen A. Smith addressed on First Take, I think this morning, where LeBron James approached him during the game, and you could tell by the facial expressions and the body language that LeBron James wasn't pleased, apparently, about what Stephen A. Smith was saying in regards to Bronny being in the NBA and his performance. And I got to tell you, this is why I have a problem with LeBron. One of the reasons why I have a problem, because LeBron is a hypocrite. And I kind of wish that Stephen A. hadn't backpedaled just because of LeBron confronting him. Because if you remember early in LeBron's career, and I mean early, there was a moment where in a game in Cleveland, I forget who they were playing, and LeBron James got into a skirmish with the opposing team with several players underneath the backboard, sitting courtside, near courtside. And his mother jumped into the mix and started, you know, trying to curse the players out and take up for her son.
Game.
And just to add some real context, one of the first things that Stephen A. Smith said was, LeBron didn't approach me as a basketball player. He approached me as a father, which I could understand. So now let me go back to my point. So when LeBron's mother did that, LeBron specifically yelled at his mother, sit your behind down. Because LeBron knew that, hey, I don't need you to save me. You know, I know I'm your son and you're my mother and I'm your child, but I'm a professional basketball player playing a professional sport. Right. And this comes with it. So I don't need my mommy to save me. Right. Well, why is this any different? Stephen A. Smith is a professional commentator commentating on a professional sport. He's doing his job.
Yeah.
But because now it's LeBron's son, he feels the need to come in and save his son the way his mother tried to save her son. You can't have it both ways. His son is a professional basketball player playing a professional sport.
I'm not going to lie. I don't think we spoke about this on this channel, bro. How do y'all feel about the whole Bronny situation, bro? LeBron put all of this pressure on Bronny, bro. Even before he got to the league, Bron was talking about Bronny's better than half these guys that's in the league. Like, he's already putting pressure on his son. And then when he gets to the league and he's not performing up to par, and then you got all of these commentators, these sports analysts like Stephen A. Smith critiquing his game and talking about his poor performances that he was having early on in his NBA career. And then you got LeBron James in his feelings because Stephen A. is talking about the way his son is playing. Like, bro, that's not right, bro. Stephen A. is just doing his job. He's just doing his job, bro. He has to cover that, though, bro. LeBron James' son, like, you put all the spotlight on him. What type of sport analyst would he be if he don't cover a Bronny James story? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he can't just ignore it. You know what I'm saying? And he can't sugarcoat it. You got to keep it a bean. You got to be real about it. You know what I'm saying? And early on, Bronny was not performing well at all. At all. Wasn't doing anything. Stephen A. was just commenting on it, saying how he felt. And now LeBron James in his feelings, talking about why are you coming at my son like that? Why are you that? Bro, he's an athlete just like you, bro. He's an athlete just like you. It's not like he's talking about y'all personally. No, he's talking about the game. You know what I'm saying? The way your son is playing. You feel me? So I agree with this guy right here. Crazy thing is, I don't even know who this guy is. I don't know if I'm too young to know, but I don't know who this guy is, bro.
He don't need his daddy to jump in and save him.
For sure.
So the same way you told your mother, LeBron, sit your ass down, you know what, LeBron? You need to sit yours down. Stephen A. was doing his job.
Right.
Nepotism is why your son is in the league. And that's what Stephen A. was pointing out. We know that your son don't deserve that spot. Not over somebody who's more qualified.
I agree. Bronny James, don't get me wrong. I feel like in the future, I say like 3 or 4 more years, he'll be right. He'll be okay. He'll be a 3-and-D type of guy. I can see his game developing into that type of player. Like, he shoot threes and he lock up people on the perimeter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see that. You know, I can see the potential. But right now, he just not there yet. You know what I'm saying? He had some good games in the G League and stuff like that, which shows promise. But right now, I don't think he's there yet. You know what I'm saying? And LeBron James put all of that pressure on him simply because he wanted to play with his son in an NBA game. You feel me, though? So how y'all feel about this?
But it is what it is. Because Daddy came to the rescue twice.
Check this video out.
And how you feel about him passing up Kareem this year as the all-time leading scorer in the NBA?
Listen, if he sticks around even longer, he'll pass up everything. You know, I love when people try to say, listen, I get it. I'm a LeBron fan. People think I'm not. I am. I recognize his greatness. But he ain't the fuck with MJ.
Yeah.
And it's like, people like to sit there and go, well, he's past this and this record and this record. Yeah, he's been in the game since high school. No breaks.
Right.
Like Jordan, 2 years off of baseball. No breaks. You know, Jordan quitting when he didn't want to quit the second time around, but the Jerrys broke up the fucking. LeBron has been in it since high school with no breaks.
Right.
And as long as he continues to stay around, yeah, he gonna pass every fucking.
Right.
He's been around long enough.
Exactly.
When people do compare the two, right, LeBron and Jordan, they always point out their finals record. They say LeBron he was 4-6 in the finals, and Jordan he was 6-0 in the finals. Do you think that matters when comparing the two?
Yes.
That matters.
Listen, this to me is a testament to this moist era we live in. 4-6 is a losing record. What are we celebrating? Right. Mediocrity? Let me ask you a question. What would you rather have? A big dick works sometimes 4-6, or on average works all the time 6-0.
I'll take the average. That works all the time.
Hello.
Mid-'80s to early 90s.
Got a point, though.
Dominique was
though.
Atlanta. When he had the flat top perm, he was Atlanta.
Flat top perm.
Flat top perm, baby.
Because he had like an incredible amounts of scoring and so forth. But every time that he would be up to like, you know, whoever got the most, Jordan would always like up him by like a few points.
But pizzazz for pizzazz, dunk for dunk, Dominique was that dude.
What do you think about the whole, you know, the fact that Jordan and Pippen just do not get along these days?
You know, it's unfortunate because probably the greatest duo, right up there with Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah.
You could make that argument.
Yeah.
And, you know, it just felt like all of this was because, you know, there's some bitterness on Scotty's part, you know? To you,
why he's bitter?
Stupid muff. Stop making that dumb moot point that, well, Michael didn't win without Scotty.
LeBron head looked like a banner up top.
Because when he
you can see the top of his head when he hoop. He won't let that hair go. He don't want to be one of the bald brothers out here on the street. He got to be like you, man. But he got a little bit of lining in the front.
So
he can get them
Hey,
fibers
Corey
put in
Holcomb
there.
funny as
He
hell.
don't need it. He should just go rock a smooth bald head.
Well, when you took that hat off last week, Marcus, out by the media, by a videotape, you could say, yo, I know I'm the best basketball player in the world, but I went to the party. I be dunking on people. I wanted to get dunked in, that's all. I got dunked in. I felt like I'd rather stay with my wife. So even though I did this a couple of times, they didn't hurt me. 'Cause I'm built for this, but I just wanted to get dunked in
What
one
you
time.
talking
That's all.
about?
In the Bible, it says something like he puts themselves up,
The hell?
you know, will be brought down, something like that. So I think that's what's happening here with these comedians. Okay? Because LeBron always goes around with, you know, his hero, his crown, putting a crown on his head, saying that he's the king and not showing the proper respect to the real GOAT in Michael Jordan. All right, so people, you know, from the 90s who were alive in the 90s and who've seen the GOAT play, all right, get upset about that because they think that the real GOAT deserves the respect. Okay, so they're bringing him down. A lot of LeBron fans think that he receives this hate, you know, unjustly and whatnot. Okay, but I think if he was humble, if he didn't
that's what it
proclaim
is.
himself, if he was not a self-proclaimed king,
That's what it is.
I think that the story will be different.
That's exactly what's going on right now, bro. I think everybody like appreciates and understands LeBron's greatness, but it's the fact that he self-proclaims himself as the GOAT, as the king. You know what I'm saying? He kind of makes it seem like he's not humble and he don't show respect to the OGs like a Jordan, Magic Bird. Like he just automatically puts himself as the GOAT and his career's not even finished yet. It's like bro, what, like, come on, dog. Come on, bro. So that's exactly what it is, bro. That's why LeBron gets so much hate. This is the reason why. Let me run this back, bro. I don't know who this nigga is, bro. But he's speaking facts, though. Let me run this whole part back for y'all.
Because LeBron always brought down.
Get dunked in one time, that's all.
In the Bible, it says something like he puts themselves up, you know, will be brought down, something like that.
Wow.
So I think that's what's happening here with these comedians. Okay? Because LeBron always goes around with, you know, his hero, his crown, putting a crown on his head, saying that he's the king and not showing the proper respect to the real GOAT in Michael Jordan. Right? So people, you know, from the 90s who were alive in the 90s and who've seen the GOAT play, all right, get upset about that because they think that the real GOAT deserves the respect.
Right.
Okay, so they're bringing him down. A lot of LeBron fans think that he receives this hate, you know, unjustly and whatnot. Okay, but I think if he was humble, if he didn't proclaim himself, if he was not a self-proclaimed king, I think that the story would be different. I think that people would put him up higher, respect him more.
Definitely.
Okay, and appreciate him for his unique gifts and his unique abilities, his unique records.
Exactly.
Right? But the fact that he puts himself up there as greater than Michael Jordan, he just opens himself up to attacks. And this is what we see here, okay, from Eddie Griffin. This is what we see from Eric Spears, you know? So, I don't know, maybe once LeBron gets out of the game, maybe at that point, you know, he will change. Maybe he'll be humble. Maybe he'll do like he did before when he was younger and say like, yeah, Michael Jordan is my idol. You know, he's the...
That's the crazy thing, bro. When LeBron was younger, he was humble. He was saying MJ was the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't have the... He didn't self-proclaim himself as the king, bro. It's like when he was younger, everything was good. But then when he got older and started accomplishing things, you know what I'm saying? It was like, nah, you're not humble no more. You're like arrogant, you know what I'm saying? Cocky, if you wanted to say that. But it's like, bro, like, stop calling yourself the king. Stop calling yourself the GOAT, bro. Let others do that. You know what I'm saying? So this guy, bro, he's speaking hella facts, bro.
Did before when he was younger and say like, yeah, Michael Jordan is my idol. You know, he's the best or whatever. But him going around saying that he's the GOAT, saying his son should call him the GOAT, you know, saying that 2016 made him the GOAT.
Yeah.
Right? It's not a good look.
Yeah.
Not a good look. And I believe personally that he's going to continue to be attacked, you know, by various people.
Yeah.
Podcasters, comedians,
YouTubers,
regular people, former NBA legends alike.
Yeah.
Right, just because they know it's not true and he's trying to put it out there as though it's true.
And that last guy that was speaking, he spoke 100% facts. Everything he said was true, bro. That's the reason why LeBron get all this hate, bro. He self-proclaimed himself as the GOAT and the king. Let the people determine that, bro. You trying to just put this narrative and this image as the best basketball player to ever play the game, and you ain't even finished your career yet. Come on, bro. Be humble. Show respect to the OGs that came before you, bro. And he was doing that early on in his career, but I don't know what changed, bro, but that's the reason why LeBron get all this hate, bro, from YouTubers, comedians, other NBA legends, and et cetera, et cetera. But like bro said, I'm still a fan. Don't get me wrong. Bro cold. LeBron is LeBron. You feel me? He's one of one. But it's like, bro, all the self-proclaiming and all that, bro, like, that's what brings you down more, though. Like, let the basketball heads talk. You know what I'm saying? Let the barbershop talks. Like, let all that go on, bro. You don't have to self-proclaim yourself as the GOAT. That's it. But that's why he get all the hate he's getting now and back then and stuff like that, bro. Just be chill about it, bro. Just be chill, be cool about it, especially after you retire, bro. Just sit back and let people talk. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all like the video, man, hit the like button, man. Comment down below any videos y'all want me to check out next. And last but not least, subscribe. Young Groovy signing out. I'm going to catch y'all in the next vid.